You know, last week, Bob Hormat's on the show saying these are really, really, really bad guys. Do they go back after a year in Qatar and come back and plan more terrorist attacks against America?
Well, I think the statistics would seem to indicate that there's a great risk that exactly that is going to happen. As of January 2014, we had 29% of the 614 Gitmo detainees who had been released who went back to the fight. So that's not very good. And many of them were taken by countries that had promised, as has Qatar, that they will look after them and make sure they don't return to the fight. So that's the problem. That's the real trade-off. Even if they don't go pick up an RPG, they are there as inspirers, as motivators, and as living proof that you can confront the great Satan and win.
To her point, these guys are going back as heroes. These were very significant players before they were picked up. They were not guys carrying rifles and shooting people. They were leaders, and I think they'll go back and be more significant as leaders today.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. We're back with our panel, Ed Rollins, Judy Miller, John Hilsenrath. You've dealt with the Taliban, Judy.
Yes, I'm guest of the Taliban.
You were the guest, and then until they just walked you out.
Until they decided they didn't want me there anymore.
Yes. So
right?
what's most compelling? Let's cap off this story. What's most compelling to each of you on this Sergeant Bergdahl story?
I want to know if money was paid to the Haqqani network, because the people who had the good sergeant were not the Taliban. They were the Haqqani network. They don't care about the five guys. They care about money.
The story that I want to see followed up here is how we threw out the CIA chief last week in Afghanistan, in which we put him on a paper. And if that was part of this deal or what have you, I mean, that was just an outrageous story.
Oh, wow. Oh, that would... Oof.
We need to go look at that.
I think we need to be